we're back!
Hello, beautiful people.
Next, I want to talk about... is Attack on Titan? I know. It was out for a long time when I started watching it. Like, a few seasons, but I didn't know anything about it except for people who didn't have skin that were really big were on it. But no, I didn't know what it was about, okay? So I went into it not really knowing. And as you probably all know how the first episode goes, I was not prepared. Not prepared. And I love the show, don't get me wrong. We've watched several seasons.
Oh yeah, that theme song is a banger for sure.
Right? Gets stuck in your head for sure. All the ones afterward, compared to the first. But anyway, I watched it and it was just holy heck. And I told my sister to watch it but be prepared, and she was like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Just be prepared." Because you can't go into it all willy-nilly. Oh god. It was rough. It was definitely rough.
Oh yeah, no. If you don't know anything about, if you somehow avoided all cultural references to it, like Near did, I don't know what to tell you without spoiling it, other than you probably shouldn't watch it with small children present unless you want to raise a sociopath.
No, you better not watch it with children there. Sheesh. It's not child friendly. No.
This is definitely some M-rated content, and not for the hustler reasons, more for the...
Don't go into it if you're looking to have a good time. Don't go into it if you don't want to be unhappy.
Yeah.
Especially not in the beginning. I mean, it's going to wreck your day. Your whole day wrecked.
Yeah, but it is a good action show and an even better thriller and an even better mystery than that.
It's great. It's great. Truly. I gave it a 9 out of 10 on MAO. It is really a great show. You just can't go into it.
It's not a normal shonen battle, let's get over the odds and we'll train and we'll work hard and overcome all the problems. It's not that kind of show. It's not a...
Definitely does not even kind of start like that kind of show.
It's not the good guy works hard and overcomes the bad guy kind of show. It's...
You're thrown in the deep end, and the deep end is dark and cold and horrible.
Full of giant anatomical model looking monster ass.
Oh god. No spoilers.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, it's kind of on the cover. It's like
I know.
It's like the cover art for the show is like the giant peeping over the wall. If you still need me to explain it, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
I know, and I knew that part too, and I still did not know how rough it was going to be for me watching that. How like gut wrenching.
Oh yeah, no, like people die on that show. People die on that show. Like they don't like gently off screen, like with some dignity. No, you see a man get bitten in half.
Oh god. Well, I guess spoiler alert. For those who have somehow not watched it, or perhaps those who are too young to be watching it.
It's kind of not really. I'd say it's more of a spoiler for like across the arc of everything because it happens to like 40 odd people across the show.
That's not what I'm saying. Anyway, so no, you are fine. Very, very rough show to watch out of nowhere with no expectation whatsoever. Something even kind of that, but good, very good, great. I would say honestly, great.
Oh yeah,
great show. Just
writing's
you gotta be prepared. You just gotta be prepared. And then our final one for today that I could think of was Charlotte, and that one's not nearly as rough as either Attack on Titan or Higurashi, but I really didn't expect a lot of the ways it was. I expected it to be more typical high school in Japan, you know what I mean? We're just living our lives, doing our thing, and maybe some romance in there. I guess I knew nothing about what it was going to be about, so the protagonist definitely starts out as a huge jerk. Way worse. Not even jerk isn't even the right word. Just a terrible person. like with no qualms and just
just a callous jerk, kind of, really.
I mean, beyond. Try to kill a person just to get them to dating.
Yeah, that was pretty dickish.
That's so fucked up. But anyway, again, spoilers. I'm sorry, we'll have to put a spoiler warning at the beginning of this. Anyway, so he's just way more horrible than I expect the protagonist to be. And then we're going into all this random, kind of magic-esque superhero, well, superpower, anyway, kind of stuff. And then it becomes this worldwide thing, and he's just become this huge hero, taking on this giant responsibility, basically, for years, you know what I mean? And it's almost like he's gone away to war. I mean, literally.
Yeah,
because you kind of go from this point in time to this point in time when he's a hardened veteran, essentially, of what he's doing. And so it gets a lot more huge than I expected to be. I expected to be more slice of life, light amounts of romance.
Yeah, well, and it starts off so small, and then it grows into this big, like, globe-spanning adventure I honestly wouldn't have expected.
Exactly.
Just because none of the cover art, nothing in the first few episodes, or even the first, like, 10 episodes, I feel like, indicate that things are going to spiral to the point it becomes this massive globe-trotting adventure type.
Yeah, there's definitely a big gap. And in that gap, a lot happens. And anyway, the whole thing was not as I expected. It, again, was a really good show. And I really liked it. I watched it all the way through, as well as Farce did. And recommend it. But it was not as I expected it to be.
Yeah, no, frankly, I mean, I was expecting some urban fantasy, maybe, like, getting into, like, a little bit of shonen battle territory, and it kind of goes there, but then it kind of grows well outward from there, to the point where it's just, it's a far cry from what you expect going into it. It's definitely worth a look, if nothing else. It might not be your favorite when you watch this season, but it's definitely something that's worth looking out for. But, yeah, I think that pretty much covers what we wanted to talk about off the cuff, right?
I did want to say that I would give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, no, I'd agree. I'd say 7.5 for me. But,
well, I'm not going to the 0.5, so just, you know.
Okay, well, we'll say 8 then. We'll round, you know.
I mean, you do you.
I'm just saying. But yeah, I mean, definitely much. It got a lot deeper and became much more interesting than I had anticipated going into it. I thought this was going to be just another kind of shonen-y thing, and it was not. Would absolutely recommend, though. Don't think there's any... I mean, there's a bit of violence in it, but no worse than what you'd see in this kind of thing.
I mean, not Attack on Titan levels of gruesome, horrible, like, screwed upness, but...
Absolutely not. Like, it's not gut-wrenching. It's got a little bit of violence sprinkled throughout, peppered throughout. But yeah, it goes a lot deeper than I would ever have expected.
And it does explode to being worldwide, just kind of all of a sudden.
Yeah, but it feels like it fits. Yeah. But, okay, I
think that's all we have for now.
Yeah, and I think that'll be us signing off.
This is Nair.
And this is Farce.
We are Perspeculative.
Sometimes.